Welcome to Indiana Field Hockey here on 9/11 Patriot Day in Bloomington, Indiana. We have a non-conference matchup between the New Hampshire Wildcats and the Indiana Hoosiers. For Zain Pyarali, Jack Muntean alongside me. Jack, what can we expect out of this non-conference matchup today?
You know, Hoosiers coming up.
Welcome back to Hoosier Sports Night. My name is Zain Pyarali. Indiana basketball tips off at home tonight against UMass Lowell. Joining me today is Kyle Gagliardi from Bloomington, Indiana. Kyle, how you doing?
I'm doing fine, Zan. How are you doing?
Pretty good. Thanks for asking. So, Indiana coming off a big win in Hawaii against number 3 Kansas, at the time number 3. Now, as we see them move ahead to UMass Lowell, their first home game, what do you think one or two things that Indiana can work on and really improve upon in this upcoming week?
Yeah, you know, Zan, you said it very
Gets her to get it to Barber as she shoots and scores! Kate Barber's 8th goal of the season, tying a career high in just the 6th game of the year for the Hoosiers. And it's 1-1 here in the first half.
Phenomenal.
You do a lot of recruiting from Pennsylvania.
And here's Morgan Dye finding Maddie Latino trying to get around Frederick Haverhalls, and she'll kick it off her foot and earn a penalty corner for Indiana. A very crucial play right there. Indiana getting 3 penalty corners against Northwestern on Friday, executing 2 of them. That's the rate that you want. And the junior is set to insert it. Elle Hempt moving on the outside. She finds Getsfried over to Barber. Hempt with a good shot on goal. But a foul is called, and Boston College will go the other way.
Looking around the league, we saw Kansas upset number 1 Duke last night in a 7-1 matchup. And looking at that, and also looking at number 4 Oregon going down and other likings around the league, what kind of position does that put IU in a national standpoint?
You know,
here's Pearson down low, and she scores, and she scores. She finds the 5-hole of Rudert after Latino set her up, and Pearson with her 3rd goal in 2 games after scoring 2 last week or on Friday against Missouri State. Her 3rd goal of the season, and it's a big one, and it gives IU a lead early here in the second half. And you see the replay there, and Pearson just able to stay with it and backhanded through the 5-hole of Rudert. Incredible determination right there, and just what the Hoosiers needed to get on the board early here in the second half and retake control of this game. Taylor, I want to ask you about James Blackman Jr. We saw him come back in big style after the ACL injury that knocked him out last year. He had 19 of his 26 points in the second half. What really stuck out to you about his game on Friday?
Yeah.
Now, Rory, when we've seen this Penn State team just play incredibly well all season long, what's really been the main key for them to, having the success? I think a cool September afternoon here in Bloomington. One of the cooler days we've had so far this year.
Yeah, really. I mean, already, you can just feel this humidity in Bloomington. But
and here's Barber making another play. She finds Pearson, who's attacking. A backhand. She tries and she scores. Taylor Pearson with her 2nd goal of the game, her 2nd consecutive 2-goal game. A nice little backhand, sneaks it past the right foot of Rudert, and the Hoosiers take a 3-1 lead over the Wildcats.
you love to see that.
A real tough opponent in Kansas.
Yeah, you talked about that strong finish he had at the end of the season. What people tend to forget about is, how poorly IU started the year last year. They didn't play too well in the Maui, and they did not play well against Duke in the Big Ten ACC Challenge. So, Kimberly, what should we expect out of this first game as kind of, the first measuring stick of the year?
Zain Pyarali, IDS men's basketball beat reporter. And Zan, James Blackman was a huge part of that win, wasted no time coming back from injury in dramatic fashion.
Yeah, James Blackman, he really had an outstanding performance in his first game back from the ACL injury that he suffered last year. Had 26 points, made 4 3-pointers down the stretch, so it was crucial. And we saw him early on in this game was not having his best performance. Came out and scored 19 of his 26 points in the second half and in overtime. And I think that shows a lot about the maturity that he's gotten through, and just being able in that time off to see the team and how much the team needs him. And he looked great defensively too. So all around, great performance by James Blackman Jr., picking up Big Ten Offensive Player of the Week honors as well.
Misses now.
Pearson finding Barber as she streaks down the left side. And a shot backhand and a goal for Kate Barber. That's a new career high in goals. 9 goals on the year for Kate Barber. in just the 6th game for the Indiana Hoosiers. Incredible, absolutely incredible.
Unbelievable out of Kate Barber.
Under 20 minutes left to go here in the first half. Still no score between the number 14 ranked Boston College Eagles and the Indiana Hoosiers as they get set for another penalty corner, their 6th of the day, and Haverhalls is in to take it once again. And here's McCoy, and it's contested by Dye. McCoy gets it back, trying to find some wiggle room inside the circle. Good defensive play there by Kate Barber. Morgan Dye knocks it down the field to Maddie Latino, the junior from Louisville, Kentucky. She makes a run. She does not have numbers, trying to make a move. Finds Andy Jackson, the freshman, on the left side. But a tough whiff. Looks like it got knocked by Boston College. Indiana will regain control. Yeah, Morgan Dye getting a little breather after that one as Grace Sensenig, the freshman, checks in, and a beautiful tip shot right there by Latino in the middle of the circle, but just off the pad of Audra Hampsch, the goalkeeper for Boston College.
And that was
Hard work pays off, doesn't it? Sierra Gerard, the freshman, getting in here. She started every game this year. 3 goals in her last game. 4th of the year right there. Just tapping it in off the rebound. But, hey, we saw from the straight shot right there, Kate Barber taking it. No hesitation this time. Set up a little bit more off the rebound. Andy Jackson was able to get in, get a shot on goal, and Gerard was able to clean it up.
Him guard Josh Jackson fairly well, the number 1 freshman in the country for Kansas, held him to just 9 points when he was guarding him, and I think that was the most impressive part about his game for me. Now offensively, I was kind of disappointed to see OG only shoot 3s. He took 7 shots. He took 7 shots on the night, and all of them were 3-pointers, and he made 3 of those. And I'd like to see him get down to the block, make some of those moves down there that he's so good at, finishing around the rim. And I was a little disappointed to see him, not really do that. And for the Hoosiers overall, it took them a while to even shoot a 2-pointer. It took them, the first 6 minutes.
Nora Anker's first career goal. As I say, she's a primary defensive player. You gotta love it. She's in the right place at the right time. But I want to look at that.
I like that set piece so much.
It really started with the misdirection, having Elle Hempt move right before the ball was inserted. She moved to the right side, and then that was able to give her a good shot on goal and even get Anker into that situation, finding the right angle. Sam Sheary was able to get a stick on it, and Anker was there.
You got a prediction for us for Saturday?
Well, I'd like to see IU get the win. I don't know if that's necessary plausible, but I think that it's certainly not out of the question.
P. White, your thoughts?
It'll be tough. Penn State really playing well on a 5-game winning streak right now. Hoosiers could do it, but I'm going to have to go with Penn State in this one.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be tough for the Hoosiers to pull off the upset. Saturday at noon on ABC. This is Hoosier Sports Night. I'm Zain Pyarali. We'll catch you next time.